والعلا ومناجاة القمم فلنقم كلنا بالثراء والقدم كلنا عفو على
In 1917, California's U.S. Senator Hiram Johnson said, "The first casualty of war is truth." 86 years later, Johnson could not know his words would echo in Operation Iraqi Freedom, a war where journalists from all over the world were targets and casualties in a country where freedom of speech, even before the conflict began, was suppressed by the brutal regime of Saddam Hussein. Before the war, an Iraqi reporter's words could get him maimed, if not killed.
Before, no, they have limitation talking. Otherwise, their tongue will be cut.
Today, things have changed dramatically. The Iraqi media is flourishing in covering major events. Take, for example, the Rule of Law Conference in March in Ramadi, the capital of the once violent Anbar Province. As Brigadier General John Whistler, the Deputy Commanding General of Multinational Force West, pointed out, the fact this conference was being held at all reflected a measure of significant progress from the very recent past.
We've overcome those violent times, and the rule of law is finally coming to the forefront once again in Anbar.
If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then this photo of microphones on the podium speaks volumes about the freedom of the press in Iraq.
He was talking about what was going on in the summer.
Arabic media analyst Hubert Shaw explains what this reporter is saying concerning the conference.
Okay. He said that they were talking about the chief of law and justice, and talking about providing the security for judges and anyone who serve the law in Iraq.
The reporter conducts a few interviews, including one with Marine Colonel Brett D. Barkey, Rule of Law Advisor for the Provincial Reconstruction Team.
I'm very excited about is the level of professionalism is improving in the Iraqi police.
Yeah, the reporter was asking the colonel. Yeah, he was asking about, like, I think comparison between the Iraqi security or Iraqi police than the Arab countries' police. He said the Iraqi police, day after day, they're getting much better.
This type of open news coverage, especially in the Sunni-dominated Anbar Province in western Iraq, was unheard of until very recently.
Basically, what people knew was what bad guys were saying on the internet, or what the Iraqi TV stations or Arabic TV stations were saying. Unfortunately, those TV stations and those media outlets didn't have representatives in Anbar. It was too dangerous for anybody to work in this journalism field.
As the coverage of the Rule of Law Conference shows, security is still a relevant news topic here.
It's big issue. It will be always big issue here because it will take time. I mean, as my opinion, it's gonna take some time, but it's much better than the way they were comparing, like in 2006. Now 2009 is much better.
If there is any doubt, however, as to how much progress has been made for the Iraqi media, all you have to do is turn on the television.
You feel the freedom. Journalists and reporters, they talk about any issue they can. I mean, if they like any issue, it's open.
Shaw says it's not just television news that's growing in Iraq.
And I think Iraq now become the country that has too many newspapers. I think country is small for 100 newspapers to have 100. I think if it's not more.
In a region filled with state-sponsored news, that is to say, censored information approved by governments, Iraq's news media is evolving into a glowing example of what can be in the Arab world.
I like the freedom in Iraqi media. I like it. I feel it. I'm very proud of it because I believe most Arab media are very jealous of what level Iraqi media gets.
كيد العدا رغم كل النقم سوف نسعى إلى أن
Truth may be the first casualty of war, but maybe it is also the first sign of enduring Iraqi freedom.
القمم فلنقم كلنا بالثبات والصبر